You keep trying new strategies, new indicators, but none of it is actually fixing the problem. And the core problem that you're dealing with is trusting yourself, really. And this is a loop. It's a pattern that keeps repeating because you just simply don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to execute and hold trades, or to be patient, or to stop yourself from revenge trading. And so you don't even know that you don't trust yourself, but you think that the problem is external, and then you keep switching strategies or adding indicators or all of that nonsense, thinking that that is the thing that's going to fix everything. So in this video, we're going to talk about this a little bit in detail. And by the end of the video, you're going to understand why you don't trust yourself and how to actually overcome this and trust in yourself and your strategy so that you can start to win more often. So basically, you switch strategies all the time. As soon as you go into a losing streak, or you don't get what you want, or you beat yourself up at the end of the week because you just traded too much, overtraded, or you went into a tilt, you immediately run out and try to fix the problem. But subconsciously, it's a trust issue. So you have this trust issue with yourself, but you don't know it. This is what causes you to hesitate. And it's like this, okay? All you gotta do is decide on one strategy and stick to it. Stick to that one strategy, and there's no way around this, but you're gonna have to backtest for 100 days on that one strategy, okay? And by doing that, you're building the inner trust in yourself, because you're having new neural pathways being created in your brain through backtesting for 1 hour a day, first thing in the morning, for 100 days. By doing that, you're building and reinforcing new pattern recognition. And then what that does subconsciously is it creates trust in your system, trust in yourself, and trust in your ability to execute. Because you need to trust yourself and your tools. And the only way you get that is by seeing it work, by having the data. So if you're always changing strategies and hopping around from one mentor to another, now don't get me wrong, you can have as many mentors as you want if they're talking about the same thing. So let's just say all of your mentors are all market structure traders, or they all trade ICT, and they just have their little nuances, okay, about how they approach that strategy. Then that is pretty good, because that gives you a balanced approach. Do you understand? Not just one fixed, biased, like one tunnel vision approach to a strategy. You want to have a few different takes on the same strategy. That's going to make you well-rounded, okay? But the last thing you want to do is have one guy that is trading bots, and the other guy is trading ranges, and another guy is doing trends. That is just going to confuse you. Do you see what I mean? So you need to have one type of trading strategy, way, and just know it. You can't be lazy. I mean, the reason you don't trust yourself is because you haven't backtested enough. And okay, backtesting and forward testing, there's a difference because there's now time involved. So then you're left with yourself, okay? When you take a trade, now there's patience now. We have to be patient, because to wait for a setup in the backtest mode takes a minute, takes 2 minutes, it's real quick because it's the bar replay is fast. But then, one daily candle in real days time, in real life, is a lot of waiting. Okay, it's 24 hours, and in that time, like, you're left with your thoughts. This is where you don't trust yourself. So you have to keep coming back to your strategy and just reminding yourself of your strategy. And the only way you're going to build that patience is just having that repetition, having that past data and repetition, and knowing how often to expect your trade per week or even per month. You see, doing this is going to build this trust in yourself and in your system. Like when you go into a drawdown, you also have to trust your system and yourself to get yourself out of the drawdown and not panic. So there are all these things that you can do to get out of it and overcome this hesitation, because this is a serious block. This is what is blocking you, okay? Other things you can do is go for walks, meditate, practice mindfulness, okay? Reprogram your subconscious program, okay? Your identity, have an identity shift. Manage your expectations. Just understand that not every trade is going to win, okay? Not every trade is going to be a loser as well. But also, one of the other best things that you can do is you need to increase your win rate. So you need to win more than like you're losing. So if you have like, let's just say your win ratio, okay, your risk ratio is like 5R. That means your win rate is going to be lower. You might have a 30% win rate or 20% win rate. So that means you're going to take more losses than you're going to win. When you go into those losses, it creates doubt. It creates a lot of doubt and confusion in yourself. And if you're a weak-minded person and you're not fully confident in your strategy playing out, this is where it gets dangerous, because now you start to question yourself. You start to wonder if the strategy actually works, and then you drift. And in that moment of drift is where you give up on the strategy and change, and then you repeat a new loop, because you're trying to go for this high RR ratio. The best thing you can do is close half of your trade at 1R, take half the profits off at 1R, and don't move the stop, leave the stop, and then the other half, take profits at 2 or 3R max. This alone is going to increase your frequency, your win rate. And what that's going to do is build this trust in yourself. You see, by taking 1R, half of your trade off at 1R, right? It sounds boring, it sounds so whatever, but hear me out, because the payoff is much better. It's the payoff psychology, like in the psychology side of the equation, is worth a lot more than the financial payoff, because it keeps you in this winning state of mind. And when you win more often, or when you minimize risk, as soon as you can minimize risk and start seeing more wins in your P&L, this does something internally to you. Okay, it makes you believe in your system, it makes you believe in yourself. This is ultimately what you need, self-belief. You see? And then that makes you get rid of hesitation, gets rid of the fear. And if you're having more regular wins, constant wins, not every day, but if you're having more finished and completed trades that are good, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna start to feel good about yourself again. You're going to start to feel good about trading again. You're going to start to respect your process, and you're going to just, you're going to be okay with just taking a 2-hour trade and walking away, and just knowing that this is what's going to keep you from strategy hopping and doubting yourself in the long run. Okay, and that's how you're going to start to build your consistent profits in the long run. So forget about taking 10-hour trades, 5-hour trades. They're really like, yeah, the payoff is great when they work out, obviously, but when it doesn't work out, you see, it's that drawdown period is what's going to mess with you. You're not going to impress anyone by doing a 5-hour trade. Okay? You're going to impress people by doing consistent results, by having consistent wins over a long period of time, and being able to maintain that, and trusting yourself and trusting your system. That's my best advice. Okay? If you want to work on your belief systems, your identity, your psychology, then check out the first link in the description. We go in and we reprogram all of this, and we delete any negative blocks that you have that are holding you back and making you feel exhausted and doubting yourself, and any imposter syndrome. We've got all of that. It's in the first link in the description. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Drop your comments below. Let me know where you're at. But until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.